Hello, this is Athanasios Terxis from soccerteamtactics.com. In this coaching video we will analyze how to create space for the winger with the 1-4-3-3 formation, which is based on the tactics of Jurgen Klopp with Liverpool. Creating space for the winger with this specific formation can take place either in the wide or in the central area. This depends on how the 1-4-3-3 formation is applied. For example, Pep Guardiola wants his wingers to stay wide during the game, so if a space is created for them, it is mainly created near the sidelines. However, Jurgen Klopp wants his wingers to take up narrow positions, so in most of the cases when space is created for them, it is created in the central area. In this short presentation we will analyze how this is executed, and we will also provide you some drills in order to use them during your training sessions. Let's move on to watch two animations and a video example of this situation. In this first animation you can see the narrow positions of the two fullbacks while the wingers retain wide positions in order to create width. As soon as the fullbacks move wide, the two wingers move towards the inside. When the ball is passed to the defensive midfielder, the forward drops back and the winger exploits the space behind the central defender who follows the dropping back movement of the forward. In this second animation, let's watch what happens if the defender has a different reaction from the previous animation. Again, the ball is passed around, and when it reaches the defensive midfielder, the forward drops back. Now the defender decides to defend the space, so the forward is free of marking to receive, turn, and make a pass to one of the forward moving teammates. Let's watch now a video example of Liverpool, during which the defender steps forward in order to control the player between the lines, but space is created behind him, which is exploited by Salah, who receives and scores against the goalkeeper. Again, you can watch how space is created behind the defender who steps forward a few meters, and how Salah is able to exploit it successfully. The aim of this specific situation is to break through the defense and create a scoring chance by receiving behind the opponent's defensive line. This can be obtained by a single direct pass played by a midfielder or a defender. And what is needed is good synchronization in a player's movement and accuracy in passing. All this will be analyzed in the next diagrams of this presentation. Let's move on to analyze how this tactics is applied. First of all, width creation is one of the basic principles during the attacking phase. In this first diagram, as you can see, the two fullbacks retain narrow positions. That is why the two wingers take up wide positions in order to create width. Number 4 has the possession of the ball and makes a pass towards the defensive midfielder, who receives with open body shape in the central area. As the defensive midfielder has available space and moves forward with the ball, the two fullbacks move in wide positions, while at the same time the two wingers move towards the inside. These are synchronized movements which are usually carried out by Liverpool players. As the defensive midfielder, number 3, has available space and time on the ball, he moves forward. The forward number 9 makes a dropping back movement towards an available passing lane in order to provide a passing option and to receive between the lines. This movement by red number 9 creates a dilemma to his direct marker, the defender number 5, who should decide whether to leave him free of marking or follow him deeper on the field. On this diagram, the defender number 5 decides to follow number 9 deeper on the field in order to prevent him from receiving and turning free of marking between the lines. However, this reaction creates available space behind him, which is exploited by the winger number 11, who receives the chipped ball by the defensive midfielder number 3, moves forward and then makes a shot towards the goal. In this occasion, the defender number 5 decides not to follow red number 9 deeper on the field, but he stays in his position in order to defend the space. However, this reaction leaves completely free of marking the red number 9, who is able to receive and turn between the lines. As soon as number 9 receives and turns between the lines, he moves forward with the ball. Then he can play a pass to one of his forward-moving teammates, and his options can be up to 5 as long as both fullbacks move in advanced positions. This first drill is executed in a limited area in order to have many repetitions. There are 8 mannequins that represent the 4-4-2 formation of the defending team, and the only 2 mannequins that are missing are the ones which represent the 2 central defenders of the defending team. There are also 2 blue marked areas in the central area. The drill starts with a long ball from the goalkeeper towards one of the central defenders of the red team. As soon as the ball is received by the central defender, he plays a pass to his nearby fullback and then drops back in order to receive the return pass. As soon as he receives the return pass, he moves forward with the ball, while at the same time the 2 fullbacks move in wide positions, the 2 wingers move towards the inside, and the defensive midfielder tries to take up a position with open body shape in order to receive between the lines on the weak side. The next pass is played towards the defensive midfielder number 3, who receives, moves forward with the ball, and the forward drops back towards an available passing lane. At the same time, the winger number 11 moves towards the available space behind him in order to receive the chipped ball from the defensive midfielder number 3. Number 3 plays this pass towards the blue area, and number 11 receives, moves forward and tries to score against the goalkeeper. The next repetition is played towards the other side. This is the second step of drill number 1. The players now carry out the second option in order to get familiar with every possible reaction of the opposing central defender. The same pattern of passes is used again, and the ball is directed towards the defensive midfielder number 3, who receives with open body shape between the lines and moves forward with the ball. The forward again drops back to receive towards an available passing lane, and the ball this time is directed towards his feet. Number 9 receives and turns between the lines and plays the next pass towards to one of the forward moving players. The Reds now try to score against the goalkeeper. This is the animated drill number 1. After the long ball by the goalkeeper and the passing combination between the fullback and the central defender, the defensive midfielder receives, the forward drops back, while at the same time the winger receives the chip ball inside the blue area and scores against the goalkeeper. The same pattern is used on the other side. Again, the defensive midfielder receives with good body orientation between the lines. The forward drops back, the winger moves towards the inside and the available space, receives the pass inside the blue area and scores. And this is the second step of the same drill. Again, the defensive midfielder receives, but now the pass is directed to the forward's feet, who receives, turns and plays the final pass to one of his teammates. Drill number 2 is the progression of drill number 1. 4 defenders are added for the defending team, and now the Reds have to use decision making and overcome the resistance of the 4 white defenders. Specifically, the key player is the defensive midfielder, number 3, who receives with available space between the lines and moves forward. This player has to read the reaction of the respective central defender as soon as the forward number 9 drops back between the lines. If the central defender follows number 9 as he does in this diagram, then number 3 should direct the ball behind his back towards the available space inside the blue area for the winger to receive. The rest white defenders are not allowed to enter the blue area until the winger moves out of it. In this second diagram, we present the second option. This time the defensive midfielder number 3 receives between the lines and moves forward, and the forward number 9 drops back towards the available passing lane. However, number 5 of the white team decides to defend the space rather than follow number 9 deeper. This means that number 9 is free of marking and number 3 directs the ball to his feet. The forward of the red team turns between the lines and tries to play a final pass to one of his forward moving teammates in order to score the goal against the 4 defenders and the goalkeeper. This is the animated drill number 2. In this drill we focus on the good decision making and especially the defensive midfielder who receives between the lines. This player who has to decide which is the best option according to the reaction of the central defender. In this occasion, as the central defender followed the dropping back movement of the forward, he directed the ball behind his back for the winger to receive. In this second option, as the defender doesn't follow the dropping back movement, the defensive midfielder directs the ball to the feet of the forward, who receives, turns and makes a final pass to one of his teammates. If you want more information about Jurgen Klopp's attacking tactics, you can get this book, Tactical Analysis and Sessions from Borussia Dortmund's 4-2-3-1 formation. And if you want to know everything about how to break down the opposition's defense by creating and exploiting space, you can get this online seminar. There are links for both on the description part of this video. You can visit our website soccerteamtactics.com, and if you want us to continue create coaching videos, please subscribe and click on the notification button in order to get notified when a new coaching video is uploaded. Thanks for watching.